We think we might be on the air. We're definitely on the air. All right, everyone. If we're on the air, put your hands in the air. What's the rest of that song? I don't think I can say the rest of the song on this channel.
No, it's on there, but the lights aren't on. The blue light says on there.
You know what? I'm going to just talk like we are on the air, so that way if we are, it's silence on the radio is deadly, I heard, so.
The mic's picking up on B2 on the production, but the push air is
So Delaney, before we went off the air, I was asking you if you caught any of those NFL games, and it was just kind of by coincidence. We were saying, two of our friends that happen to work in the communications department are Dallas fans. Mm-hmm. They got beat. And then we went off the air.
It was quiet.
It got real quiet.
That's how they were, too.
Yeah. So, but we're not going to blame it on Mark or Josiah this morning. Apparently, we're having some kind of power issue. However, there was some good football games last night, too. If you're an Oklahoma fan, you got to see Baker Mayfield go up against Jalen Hurts. If you're a Baker fan, you're probably happy this morning. If you're a Jalen fan, you're probably not so happy this morning. But Lincoln Riley was on the sidelines.
Yeah. No supporting his players.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but no official confirmation yet if we're back on the air or not.
Yep.
Oh, we are back on the air. We're getting a thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma radio program. My name is Jeremy Fultz. Alongside of me, everyone runs out of the office. Should we run out of the office too? When two natives see other natives running, we all got to run. But
Ask questions later.
I know now it's just me and Delaney all alone in the studio. But it's cold. Make sure you're checking on your elders, checking on your family, bringing them dogs. Them res dogs need to actually kind of need shelter too, don't they?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I let mine out and they took off like they wanted to be outside. So.
More trouble trying to get them in than. All right. And so we're getting a thumbs up from everyone here on staff. It looks like we might be up and running again. If you heard any of our prior conversation, we'd like to apologize now. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, it's cold. Make sure, you're staying warm, checking on your elders, checking on your family. Today's supposed to only get up into 27.
They will take it.
I remember when I was 27. That was a long time ago. Tomorrow's supposed to actually get out of freezing, so be a little bit better then. But it looks like this weekend on Sunday, it's going to be kind of chilly, 34 degrees, a low 22. The church is having church meetings this weekend. We have Arbika, Big Arbor, Hickory Ground number 1, High Springs, Kanawha, Hilltop, Little Casita, Middle Creek number 1, New Arbor, Okemah, Rock Spring, Anadarko, Ryle Community, Salt Creek Baptist, Seminole Baptist, Snake Creek 1 and 2, Trenton, Vian Creek, and Wegawa. And so those will be the churches having church meetings this week, at least is what we have notes for. And the Choga Delummy, the official publication of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, has added 4 Sunday or church meeting service dates to the monthly publication. And so if you're a member of a Muskogee Seminole church and don't hear or see your church listed, please send an email to seminolemedia@gmail.com and let the communications department know the name of your church and when your next church meeting is, and they will get you in there, at least get your migas up kajuggle in there, innit? Yep. And then every week we talk about the ones who have started their journey. You know, a lot of families are missing loved ones today. We want to remember those families and members of the community in your thoughts and in your prayers. And, you know, a lot of us have friends and family in the Creek Nation, and Creek Nation had the big loss this weekend, unfortunately. We want to send our condolences, you know, to Gary Fife and his family. Gary, the long-term host of the Creek Nation radio show on the Creek Nation Reservation in Okmulgee, and I had the opportunity of being on that show once or twice, and unfortunately, this is going to be a big loss for Muskogee media, and we just want to keep them all in your thoughts and your prayers, and at this time, we're going to go ahead and pause for a moment of silence. All right, Mado. And then we'd like to start off the show with a release statement from the 5 tribes. A couple weeks ago now, I guess, actually, we all met in Tulsa for the Intertribal Council, and we usually every quarter or so we meet, and all the departments usually meet on what's going on, and the executive offices meet as well, and they came up with a release on January 10th. It says, leaders of the 5 tribes issue statement to Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt declaring participation in the One Oklahoma Task Force, or declining participation in the One Oklahoma Task Force. It says leaders of the Intertribal Council of the 5 civilized tribes on January 9th submitted a formal notice to Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt officially opposing the governor's task force on McGirt as outlined directly in his Executive Order 2023-32. The 5 tribes cannot participate in an effort that spreads falsehoods about the law, attempts to minimize tribal voices, and engages in political attacks instead of constructive government-to-government dialogue. The 5 tribes, governments of the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Muskogee Creek, and Seminole nations have long been dedicated to advancing public safety for tribal citizens and all fellow Oklahomans. The tribe welcomes opportunities to collaborate with state, federal, and local and tribal governments towards this goal and have a long track record of doing so. Both before and after the McGirt versus Oklahoma decision, our notice to Governor Stitt clarifies once again that McGirt versus Oklahoma was, and at its core, a pro-public safety ruling that restored tribal jurisdiction the state had illegally usurped for well over a century. Despite the governor's executive order language, which suggested the decision caused uncertainty, the McGirt decision finally restored legitimate legal jurisdiction under clear federal laws and the U.S. Constitution. Tribal nations have been empowered to enforce the law and deliver justice for victims. When we have a willing partner at the state of Oklahoma, we are fully prepared to move forward, and we are eager to work with our friends and neighbors to improve coordination and public safety efforts. And that was, again, released by the 5 tribes, the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Muskogee Creek, and Seminole nations, I guess officially on January 10th. And then moving forward, no-cost tablets and internet. The Seminole Nation is working with Public Wireless to provide no-cost tablets and internet. There is no risk to apply. You can click on the link that's on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Facebook page. The Seminole Nation is not responsible for misuse of the tablet or internet repairs and internet access, as the nation is not the agency providing the devices and internet access. But you can get access to it through the nation's Facebook page and apply. So, Mado.
All right, some news from the Diabetes Department. New Year, Healthier Me Challenge. that's going on right now till the end of February. So the challenge is to keep track of assigned healthy habits every week for a total of 2 months. You can get you a shirt out of this, so you can't beat that. You can register at Chafikni Wellness there at the Mekasuki Mission or via email. For more info, you can call Kyla Harjo over at 405-652-1167.
Good deal. And also tune in every Friday for Leah and Kyla's Friday Frenzy giveaway. 5 people win swag for correctly answering questions to a video. The wellness text post every Friday. You can search the Facebook for Seminole Nation Diabetes Program for more information.
All right. They also have chair aerobics and Tai Chi going on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tai Chi Nagidi.
That starts. That'll be at New Life Church in Milwaukee, 10 a.m. Muddies.
Medigoshi?
Mud Eagles.
And then, did you mention chair volleyball?
No.
At New Life? On Wednesdays from 10 to 11, IHS puts that on. And, man, it's fun. And we got to play a couple weeks ago and had a good time. And so if you're looking to get out and about, everyone's making these New Year's reservations. New Year's resolutions in it. Resolutions. New Year's resolutions. We already had reservations. Now we're working on resolutions. And so chair volleyball at New Life, Wednesdays from 10 to 11 a.m.
All right, call out from Communications Department. They're needing stories regarding the old KWS.
Hold on.
Old KWSH radio station. Man, Nixers, Magida. Yeah, so contact Mark Williams or Josiah Jimboy. Get that story in.
Inga. And then also, if you would like to share, I guess now would be your February birthdays and your any obituary links and remembrances. You can do that by sending the information to seminolemedia@gmail.com. And just in the subject line, make sure you put the appropriate header for like your birthdays, or if it is an obituary, put in memory. And so that way they're able to go through those a little bit quicker. And then also, if you have a story to tell, an accomplishment or local tribal business shout out for the Choga the Lummi, the Seminole Nation, or the Seminole Nation Radio, you can email seminolemedia@gmail.com again for consideration for the next community spotlight.
All right, we have a scholarship application put out by the Higher Education's 2024 Spring Seminole Nation BIA. Deadline for that is Valentine's Day, so February 14th. Everything needs to be turned in by the end of the day on the 14th.
Did you use Unga when you went to school?
Yeah, use Ayunks.
Hey. And then also a note from Jake. Jake is usually pretty on the ball when it comes to the historic preservation and sending in over the Did You Know segment. And today, 13 minutes before showtime, he sent this over and I was able to get this in. And so, Delaney, did you know the Battle of Loxahatchee, which is Lojahatchee, General Jessup's second campaign, culminated in the 2 battles of the Loxahatchee, January 15th and January 24th of 1838. In the first, Lieutenant Levin Powell, with the mixed contingent of sailors and soldiers, paddled up the southwest fork of the Loxahatchee River, where they disembarked and marched inland. In what became known as Powell's Battle, they stumbled upon and engaged a large force of Seminoles, the same warriors who had fought Zachary Taylor 3 weeks earlier at the Okeechobee. When Powell was wounded and ordered to withdraw, Lieutenant Johnston and his Army regulars conducted a rear guard action. This allowed most of the men to get back to the boats, but not before several were slain, including the sergeant. Learning of Powell's defeat, Jessup ordered his army of 1,600 men forward in hopes of engaging the same Seminole force. At noon on January 24, some of Jessup's troops were met by Seminole scouts who fired on the lead file of dragoons. The dragoons gave chase and, along with a large group of Tennessee volunteers, entered a cypress swamp half a mile wide. The Army pushed across the swamp into a dense hammock and up to the Loxahatchee River using the shallow river ford to cross. The natives quickly regrouped and waited for the troops to follow. The volunteers followed them to the ford and took cover, but faced with heavy fire would not attempt a crossing. Jessup, enraged that the volunteers were holding back, ordered them to follow his lead, but the volunteer commander, Major William Lauderdale, refused to comply, and Jessup found himself alone at the river's edge. The battle resulted in Colonel Harney and 15 of his men successfully crossing the river and took position on the Seminole flank. Under pressure, the Indians fell back and disappeared into the swamp.
Good one.
Did you know that?
I got it.
I didn't even know that. But,
Yeah.
Our very own Jake Tiger is having a special unveiling this weekend in collaboration with the Seminole Nation Museum, which is in Wewoka, Oklahoma, off of 524 South Wewoka Avenue. This Saturday, January 20th at noon, be the first to see the newest addition to the museum's collection, a set of 19th century Seminole men's regalia crafted, or I should say handcrafted, by artist Jake Tiger. There's going to be a free learning opportunity at 1 p.m., and it's going to be a great time. So get out there, have a good time, meet the very own Jake Tiger, and should be a good time.
Learn something.
Yep.
It's the man.
Housing Authority.
Housing Authority still have a few positions open, and those positions are executive director and account tech. So check into that.
And then the Housing Authority also can be seen by appointment only due to COVID cases and flu cases. They are tracking the necessary precautions to keep their staff safe, and you can call 405-257-6604 to schedule an appointment if you need to meet with the housing management. And then JOM tonight in Seminole, parent Zoom meeting, January 16th at 2024. January 16th at 6 p.m. They're going to have some elections of the secretary, talk about senior stoles and conferences and all that good stuff. And so you can contact Jennifer Davis at 405-382-5065 to get the Zoom meeting information. That information is also passed along from our Facebook page. If you go take a look, it'll be JOM Parent Zoom Meeting. Delaney, why don't you talk about the light horse? You was talking about your Jennifer.
All right, from Light Horse. With the freezing temperatures that are expected this weekend and for the foreseeable future, we would like to remind everyone to bring inside any outdoor pets that may need sheltered from the cold. By law, pets are required to have proper shelter from the elements. The temperatures are expected to be in the teens and single digits. We would encourage everyone to take care of themselves and anyone else that may need a warm place to stay during these extreme temperatures. Now is the time to take preventative measures to take care of your home or business. Below is a suggestion from the National Weather Service to help protect your home, and I don't see that. But good info.
Yep. And then also, this morning it was 2 degrees when I walked out the door.
That's
Cold.
just a little bit.
Also, the Princess Committee, these young ambassadors of the nation, the 2024 princesses are doing a great job and staying busy. If you would like to keep up with all of their doings, they do have a Facebook page entitled Seminole Nation Royalty 2023/2024. Go and follow the page.
OAP serving up lunch.
Serving up home by the.
Serving up home with the wasn't it they're having barbecue beef sandwiches, pasta salad, chips, and fruit. Epoxy dot, chicken pot pie, green salad and jello. Thursday,
Boxy.
boxy. Hamburger stew, cheese sticks, cornbread and peaches. Friday, breakfast sausage, scrambled eggs, biscuit, gravy, fruit, cereal, and milk.
Boxy.
Epoxy Zama, I believe it's the day after tomorrow.
The OAP program located at the Miccosukee Mission Center is open and serving meals Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and then also on Friday mornings from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Also, Delaney individuals 54 and under can purchase meal trays for $7 cash only.
Don't miss out.
Yep. And so if you're looking to find a cheap lunch that day, go out there to the Miccosukee Mission. Go have a good lunch. Go meet with some elders. Only $7.
$7.
All right. And light heap assistance began back in November. And if you're looking to get some light heat assistance, give them a phone call at 405-786-5025. That's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or 12 to 1. You don't have to be Seminole only for this one. This is you must be just enrolled in a federally recognized tribe and live in Seminole County. There are income requirements on that one. However, if you'd like to even just follow up or have questions, give them a phone call, 405-786-5025.
Who's that?
Giaja. All right. Job openings with the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. We are hiring. Seminole Nation of Oklahoma hiring for departments in agriculture and food sovereignty, CHR and diabetes, COPE, which was, what was COPE again? It was, Mark, what was COPE again? The opioid. Yeah, the opioid, prevention, enrollment, environmental, health, Head Start, service, social services, transit, tribal court, veterans, service officer. And so you can go on to the tribal website, which is www.sno-nsn.gov. Scroll down the page and look for careers and fill out an application.
All right, there's also some jobs open up at Seminole Nation Casinos. Got help desk technicians, director of gaming, maintenance manager, drop count manager, drop count clerk, security officer, main banker. So there's a few there. You can check that out at www.seminole-nation.casino.
And make sure you drive into the excitement at Seminole Nation Casinos with 3 incredible locations, Kanawha, Wewoka, and I-40. Your thrill-seeking journey begins with nearly 900 slots machines. Be ready for an unforgettable winning experience.
I'm still waiting on my winning experience.
And cold weather means getting a cup of warm cappuccino or coffee. Visit the Seminole Nation convenience store and grab one today.
Makes you want to go right now.
Good deal. And then just a quick shout out to Varnum. Congratulations, Coach Hadley, Coach Lash, the Varnum Whippets and Lady Whippets. The Whippets defeated Union City to win the Mulhall Orlando Invitational Tournament. And then also Colin Mack joined the 1,000 point club, hitting his 1,000th point in the championship game. The Lady Whippets were runner-up in the tournament, so congratulations, Whippets and Lady Whippets.
It's almost playoff time.
It is. It's getting there. February's getting close, isn't it? Yep. And then also the Seminole Obanega classes being held by the elders of the Seminole Nation. They canceled their classes, and they will resume on January 23rd, and those are being held at the Senior Citizen Center at the new Miccosukee Mission Senior Citizen Center. And so you have people like Charlie Hill, Fanny Harjo, Wayne Shaw, Lottie Cootie, Natalie Harjo, Rex Haley, and Joe Kuhn, and Ben Yahola helping out with that. So, good times. And then also the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Tribal Enrollment Office is seeking, and they're selling Seminole Nation merchandise. To purchase, come to the Tribal Enrollment Office at the Seminole Nation Complex in Wewoka, Oklahoma, and they're taking cash only, but you can get things like mugs, caps, They even had blankets for sale for $30. All their Humga Istihotki Athari Igovkida for sale, those.
Mongees.
Mm-hmm. Mo and Balin.
Oh, Kotski Dois. That's a deal.
Yep. And then also Chris Powell said he had some pecan lye. Man, we're just getting all sorts of news today, ain't it? Pecan lye for sale from Chris Powell. If you want to get a jar, he said a quarter a pint. You can call him 405-712-1719.
All right. We got some birthdays here. We'll start off with Brian Larney, Thomas Holbutter, Jennifer Barnett, and Mark Factor.
All right, and you can catch the rebroadcast of this radio show on the Facebook page, YouTube, and tribal website, which is sno-nsn.gov for the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma every Wednesday around 8 p.m. Unfortunately, there was a issue last weekend, but the replay should happen this week. If you have any news or announcements you want to share on the community and events Facebook page, please email the communications staff at seminolemedia@gmail.com or call 405-652-7251. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. right here on KWSH 97.7 FM or the legendary 1260 a.m. I'm Jeremy Fultz. We'll see you next week with the